I'm sorry now. I'm sorry.
I don't know why you're laughing.
I'm sorry.
No. Look, guys, I'm distraught because we had a really good opening like a few minutes ago, and my co-host here did not hit record. I don't know. We need to reevaluate what's going on here because it was great. It was really good. It was really good.
And you guys would never hear it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Can
it
you
was
imagine?
really, really good.
Because trying to recreate it would just be terrible.
Very cheap. Terrible. We will miss it, and we'll mess up along the line. And I'm really, really sorry, guys, but you'll never hear one of our best intros ever.
I'm glad you can laugh about it.
What do you want me to do? Cry?
Yes, the tears that you can't cry. Anyway, welcome back, guys. You know what we do, and me and opposites. Jola here with this guy. I don't even know if I should mention his name, but Uforo.
Oh, guys, no. Jola really pissed because I was just like, after we had already started talking about things that she had done, even her saying hi to you guys was even like something else because she was just in the mood, she was in the zone, and I was like, sorry. She's like, what? I'm like, I wasn't recording.
Like the saddest news you've ever heard. It's all good.
Oh my
it's
lord.
All good.
Anyways. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Aside from me messing up.
Yeah. I'm alright, Jerry. I'm okay. You also know we had a little bit of a hiccup. Not recording at the time we wanted, but it's all good. It's all good.
I mean, nobody would know, but yeah, we're telling you.
Yeah.
Because we're open and honest in this podcast, so that's what we do.
Indeed. Yeah. No, it's all good. How are you?
I'm good. Can I say shout out to our guest in the previous 2 episodes ago, because I just went and I saw the numbers and I was like, yo, what's going on here? Echo just brought
because you told me and I was like, are you sure?
I mean,
are you sure of what you saw? I was like, whoa, okay.
The other episodes are like a certain amount of views. This one like quadrupled that, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't even feel that. I was like, I didn't even feel that was a very good sounding episode.
Yeah, because we felt like we were like shouting over him a little bit, right? But
anyways, so maybe we need to find a way to bring him back again. Just put him in like 10, just do a 10-part series with him inside and just blow the numbers up, and then we say, yeah, we're good now, you can go. We don't need you anymore. But shout out to Echo. Anyways,
yes.
Don't forget, we have an assignment. We need to read and give feedback.
Yeah,
he asked me the
on
other day.
his work.
Anyways,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the headlines.
This just in. News at 11. We're friends.
Guys, this is yo. Can you see what my man here is doing? He just okay, and his eyes are popping open like, what? What did you do? You are the one doing it. Like, we can't. I don't know. That's why I said we may have to reevaluate. What was that? Explain.
Like let me tell you here.
Defend yourself.
I have a preset here that I'd already cut. Now I moved the preset. I was trying to move the preset into where I played from, but there was a copy that was in our save drive. Yeah, so they were named the same thing. So I think I moved the copy and I did not move the presets. So that's why when I heard, this is going longer than I played. I wanted,
and you're looking shocked, like, what's happening?
That's why I stopped it immediately. At least it's not like you said news at 11. Just guys, it's 11 o'clock wherever you are. So let's move.
Yes. Okay, so go on with the headlines.
Me?
You
started, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the red always throws me off, man. But yeah, for some reason. Actually, maybe because I secretly wanted the later parts, but it's all good. So I'll start with the headlines. And so The Last of Us HBO series is finally entering production.
I mean,
this month, July. So
When I saw Last of Us, I just assumed that anything Last of Us, Jola will want to talk about it. So there was no way. And I saw PS, I saw some things. I was like, there's no way I'm taking the top part. Come on.
well, whatever. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So that's all good. And just to let you guys know, I started finally playing Last of Us Part 2. So I'm excited about that.
Woohoo!
Just started it. I'm late, like 1 year late to the party, but whatever. And I already know basically what's gonna go down, but nothing compares to playing it yourself and getting into the story. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hyped. Yes.
I'm very happy for you.
All right. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever has also started production, so that's good to know. So question to you though: did you know there was a Dynasty Warriors movie? Because I didn't. Did you?
It feels like I've heard
Like
about it.
you know the game, right?
Yeah, I know the game. It feels like I've heard about it. It
Yeah.
feels like I might have seen something because it's not sounding far-fetched, but I would just go with I don't know because I believe that being that it must have been terrible, I erased it
Oh,
from
yes.
my mind. Yeah, do you know that
Oh,
does that
yes.
happen to you sometimes? You watch something so bad that you delete it. Like you don't remember you watched it. Like someone would just say, "Yo, have you seen this?" He said, "No, I've never seen it before." But for some reason, your subconscious
But
tells
you
you
have.
you'll never watch it again. You're like,
Yeah,
delete.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, no, the reviews are not great on this. Like, it's really poor. Like, really, really bad. I think I saw, like, a review of 2 out of 10. So, that's bad.
yeah.
But yeah, another terrible video game turned movie. So, oh well.
It's coming on Amazon.
It's really
by the
hard.
way.
Oh, yeah, well, good luck to them. I have no intention of checking
It's
it
out
out.
on
so.
Amazon tomorrow. But mention the name first before we jump in. Sorry.
Mention the name of what?
The another terrible game turned movie.
Who says? Wait. What? You've got you. You're throwing me off here. What are you talking about?
The Tomorrow War.
BMK. Oh, that. My bad. Okay, was that a video game though?
No, that's what I thought you said. Another video game turned terrible.
No, I meant Dynasty Warriors. It's
Oh,
another
okay.
video game
No, I
turned
thought
movie
you
that's terrible.
moved on from that one and moved
Ah,
to something
right,
else.
right.
I mean, I never played the Tomorrow One game, but I was like, you probably have
Oh,
played. So I just thought, let me not
Oh yeah, no.
step on
no.
that. So I just said
okay.
because then I saw the reviews were
Sorry,
bad, so
guys.
I'm like thinking it's the same thing you're talking
Oh, yes.
something. Yeah, exactly.
Oh no. Okay. No, this is a different one. Okay, so the Tomorrow War, it's one of the movies I mentioned in the last episode that's supposed to be coming out in the summer. And it has Chris Pratt in it. And
Yeah.
the IGN review for this movie is 3 out of 10. Like, I found the review funny, so I'm just gonna say it real quick. So they said the Tomorrow War is astonishingly bad. It's got a confusing plot, an emotionally shallow hero arc, and monsters are more messy than menacing. So basically they said basically the funniest part of it is that they said that the movie is an inane eyesore. For you to call something an inane eyesore.
Yeah,
Like-
I think this is not the right time to play it again.
Yes.
Because that's sad. That's actually sad,
Very
you know.
sad.
And
Yeah.
let me tell you something here. I saw the trailer of that movie. I didn't feel good
Okay.
about it. Never felt good about
I
the
didn't
trailer.
even see the trailer.
I saw the trailer. I didn't feel good about it. You know Edge of Tomorrow, right? Edge of Tomorrow, the Tom Cruise one.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that movie. For me, I don't know about other people, but I enjoyed the movie a lot.
It's not bad.
So
Yeah.
I even probably watched like 2 other times immediately. Like that's how much I enjoyed it.
Plus,
So
it has Emily Blunt.
yeah, has as well. And I like the concept. I think the story was a little bit different. It's not different like that, but it was. I think I enjoyed what they did. So when I saw Tomorrow War, it felt a little bit like that. It felt like they were trying to
Right.
give me a little bit of Edge of Tomorrow. But in watching the trailer, I was like, I feel they are going to miss a step. I just feel like something is going to go wrong. I mean, I'm going to watch it. It's out on Amazon tomorrow,
Oh,
like I
are
was
you?
saying earlier. So I'm going
Okay.
probably plow through it and maybe not hate it as much. You know, when you see something, when someone tells you something is bad, you end up not hating it as much because you were going
Your
expecting
expectations
bad.
are very low.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, so I guess I had a caveat to that movie before I've seen it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't necessarily see Chris Pratt doing a lot of good movies like that. I don't know, for some reason. Not a lot of his movies are great. I can say it's a 50-50. For me, I think it just comes a 50-50. Like 50% good, 50%. He's
Sure.
not, and I like him. As an actor,
I like him too, but
I
it's
do
not that actor that is like.
that
wow.
it's I don't know. Maybe it's just him as a person as well. You know, there's some actors that can make a bad movie great. So I think he can be basic.
He's not one of those.
Yeah, it's not one of those. I don't know. Like, yeah. Anyways, so it is what it is. Maybe it's just one of those things. But yeah.
All right. Okay, so for PlayStation fans, there is going to be a Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut game later this year, which will have additional content, including a new area called Iki Island, and it's gonna have a whole storyline and so on and so forth going with it. So I'm guessing it's gonna be more of like a Miles Morales to the Spider-Man game, or like Lost Legacy to the Uncharted game, as opposed to just the DLC, like what Horizon had. So I think that's what they're doing with. So yeah, people love Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't finished it. I still have it saying, but yeah, it's a great looking game. So yeah, good on them. Also, apparently PlayStation has acquired the Returnal studio called, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be pronounced House Marquee.
It is.
And anyway, House Marquee and Blue Point Games. And Blue Point Games, I think they're responsible for like Demon Souls and Shadow of the Colossus. So
PlayStation
yeah,
are making
they're
the moves that they need to make. They're making the studio moves. This is what I'm talking about in the battle of studios.
Sure, but it's funny because before they made a statement that they are not in a race with Xbox to like acquire this stuff.
What's the name? What they call that thing? Yimu. It's Yimu. See, forget these guys.
It's business at the end of the day. Business and strategy.
A lot of things that Sony is doing. Sony said they will not do. All of a sudden, you see them. They will not do it, but they are doing it, and you're like, guys.
So that's not what they wanted to do.
No,
so
I'm just trying to say. Just do it.
Yeah.
Be proud and enter the competition. Stop
Like
looking at
Abby.
like exactly. Just do it. Thank you. Like that. Like how someone say, "I'm not going to do this," but you see them really, really doing it, and you're like, "But you really, really tried." But you tried to act like you're not really trying, but you are trying.
But
so
like,
just do it.
Just give in.
Just give in.
Accept it.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And my. You literally had to use that. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so he put that in there because of what I'm about to say. Sorry, guys. So, you guys by now should have seen, by the time this comes out, you should have seen the Mortal Kombat Battle of the Realms animated movie trailer, which is supposed to be dropping in August, like straight to, DVD,
Blu-ray,
online platforms, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So,
okay.
yeah, so what did you think?
You know what? Look like a Warner Brothers cartoon, like in the sense that, what do I mean, or animation, however you want to call it, like a DC thing. Like it
Absolutely.
It looked good. It didn't look bad. It looked great. The other thing for me, is that I don't know when they made it. I don't know what they saw. I don't know if they had seen what this guy did with the movie, because it felt like there were some things.
Was it because of the baby, but instead of it being a new guy, it is now still Liu Kang that is like the baby that is the chosen, whatever. Is it
Not
that?
just that, even like the like even Shao Kahn being Shao Kahn here being the one to say finish him, flawless victory, and all those
Right.
kind of things. Like there are
Right.
some things that felt a little bit depicted in the movie as well. Again, maybe the guy that the director took it from. Maybe the director took it from the Mortal Kombat idea themselves, so it's not like he came up with it. So it's something that
Came up
is
with
so it's not something that they took from somewhere else. So yeah.
I mean, maybe
Look-
they're just also using it in conjunction to push the
To-
whole
yeah,
MK
yeah,
new
yeah.
era,
I mean,
modern era agenda.
Yeah, so it looked good, it looked great. I'll watch it and I'll enjoy it. So I gory enough, bloody enough, guts everywhere, things of that nature. And yeah, looked like a good one.
Okay. I
Anything
agree.
you want to add? I was gonna just say.
No.
I saw something like Mortal Kombat tweeted something about. I don't know whether it's their games, whether they were going to end a particular. They were not going to. I think no. I felt like they were saying they were not going to do another. They did 11 Mortal Kombat 11 the game, and then they did 11 large. I'm just calling it in the way it's called, and then they now did. I think they were. I don't know what they were going to do, but it feels like they are now dropping that and going for their next. They want to go into developing something new. I saw it tweeted some time ago. I'm not so sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of gory, check out this anime called Peach Boy.
I saw that somewhere. I didn't
it's-
look into it. I just saw Peach Boy somewhere, but
Yeah,
I didn't. I literally saw Peach Boy, but I didn't
I
read
just saw
anything about
Peach
it.
Boy and I watched it yesterday. It's only one episode out and I was like, I mean,
Okay, it's part of the
Is-
summer stuff.
yeah, it's part of the summer ones. It's one that is going to be good
That
to
must
watch.
be why I came
It's
across
one-
it.
it's-
I
it's
was
one that-
looking through all sorts of
It's
things.
a
and I
summer
saw
one that
it
is going to
there.
be good to watch. Protagonist is a female, which is interesting, and it's not. And at the same time,
We need more.
The
And it's not fan service.
Is
Is it fan service?
It's a little bit,
Okay,
but
well,
it's a
we
little
can't
bit, but
escape that,
it's
can
not. It's not flashing boob fan service. Is tight. Is wearing a very tight
Or this
top.
one.
Not that there are some weird things like that, but it's not like that. It's wearing a tight top fan service. It's camera angles, not camera angles, like camera glancing fan service. So it's almost like they're not doing it. So you won't, but
They are trying to make it subtle, but it's
yeah,
always
but to the
there.
trained eye, you're like,
They have to.
you're like,
they
guy.
know what
I
you
mean,
did.
there was one time
You
that
see what you did there.
there's one time that you'll catch, and it's not going to be a spoiler, that she's gisting with somebody, and she's like standing, she's like putting her hand on the rock like this, and the whole thing is squashed in
And
the middle
everything,
like this,
the cleavage
and you're
is
like,
out there.
it's squashed like this, but it's
Right.
full shirt. There's no, you can't see anything, but obviously the whole shape and outline, you're like,
Well, I can defend that. If it's something like that, that's fine, because
That-
you can't be in that position if you're not and do that. So you're obviously it's not
which is no,
conscious
but that's what I
you are
said.
Trying to
No,
do
it
That
is not. That's
normal.
what I tried to say. It's not not direct fan service. It's camera glancing fan
It's
service.
them
because
that are
the
taking camera to focus on it. That
So
is
they're not focusing on it, but it's in your face. So it's like, I mean,
right.
I can see. I'm not dumb. You know, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's how it is.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
kind of interesting. So,
Gotcha.
but it's going to be a good one because I believe it's shonen. It's under shonen category as well. But it's going to have like
Okay.
it's fantasy, so that it's not going to be just human beings. It's going to be a lot of different beings. But then again, it's going to have a lot of fights, and I think the world is a little bit big, so it's not necessarily like you don't know what you're going to see. That's how big the world is, in the sense that they will have a lot of weird looking characters. But
Okay.
there is a lot. I mean, this is one of those ones you watch one episode and you want to continue watching it because they give you the hook at the end of episode one.
From the jump.
They hook you at the end because they keep giving you things, but they are not really giving you. Then at the end of episode one, they just drop it in your face, and it's just like you had that kind of Invincible episode one, not in that deepness,
Right.
obviously, not that great.
Yeah. I
But
get.
in that one, that at the end of episode, one, you're like, this is definitely an anime I'm going to keep watching. Like that's how I ended it. So yeah, definitely check it out. It was just because it was quite
I will
blurry.
do.
It was quite nicely bloody for an anime. Unlike, you know how animes know how to not be bloody but be bloody at the same time, but this one was gory. Like, people are getting squashed. You're seeing it properly. Yeah. Anyways,
I mean, there's anime like that out there, sure.
there is,
but
but you know how we felt about like Invincible, and it was very, very bloody, and you're like, oh,
it's unexpected.
This is the same
Because
kind of
it's not that
unexpected.
typical.
Yeah, this is the same kind of unexpected, like bloody. Anyways,
Okay.
so apparently, or no, I like apparently as a word, you know. So because it's not apparently, it's a fact.
Okay, go on.
But maybe I like to put the apparently as a disclaimer so that nobody can come and say,
For yourself.
Uforo, you said this, and I'm like, I said apparently. Remember the apparently in the
I
word.
said apparently.
It's like, no offense, but you're ugly. You're like, okay, thank you for telling me
Why
no
are your
offense.
examples so just weird? Why are your examples just weird?
No, because I think to drive the point home, you have to go to the extreme. That's why I, you know, like, it's like someone saying a swear, like, fuck, you know, it's that kind of thing that, okay, you're like, okay, you're really making a point. So if I don't,
So
go
you want
that far,
some shock value.
yeah, now you know me. A Microsoft employee stole $10 million in Xbox gift, $10 million. Let me put the amount, the currency in Xbox gift cards by discovering a glitch that generated redeemable code and was sold to third-party websites. So they just found a glitch, you know.
Side hustle, quick.
Business. They're like, I can't pass this deal up.
But that's a lot. 10 million
It's
worth.
It's a lot. But you know, it always, this taking it slightly away from tangents, but about the same thing. It always trips me in the sense. Don't mind me. It's just a way to say I'm around the topic, but I'm not on the topic. It's just funny that human beings cannot have an opportunity. A lot of human beings cannot see an opportunity that theft is there and not steal.
I was going to say you shouldn't say human beings like it's
That's why I said a lot.
Yeah.
Because I've had an experience. Okay, in the last place I worked at, one of the things, because we had to work with a lot of information.
Are you casting yourself?
No, not me. So one of the things that is not me. One of the things that
even if it was you, will you say it's me?
No.
You now say yes, I did.
One of the things they wrote in the test, they were like asking, if you have an opportunity to steal, would you steal? You know, things like that. And I'm just wondering, I'm wondering, like, everybody say no, but for the fact that they have to ask this, for the fact they have to ask this question, that's, you have a lot of opportunities to steal. And when I was in that place, I saw a lot of people nick things that had opportunities to nick things. And I'm like, why? As in, why is the, I mean, and this temptation is so easy to resist. It's not that difficult. Like, 10 million is a lot, but it's not that difficult. Taking it is a little bit, but I
suppose it depends on how desperate you feel.
No, some people are not desperate. Ages ago, this one, I caught the person. In one of the companies I worked at, I used to deal with a lot of data, but I wasn't around, so it was like private data that only myself and my employer are supposed to see, and anybody that is on management level. But I was like doing the data, and I wasn't around that day, but I was using my, you know, like how you would you use your computer virtually. So I was in the house, but I was logged into the computer and I could see everything that was going on the computer. So this new supervisor we hired, we told him, sit down on my computer and use my computer to, you know, at the moment, use my computer to monitor the staff or stuff like that. He did not know I was watching my computer from home. He did not know. So, do you know what this guy did? This guy literally saw the data. He saw the folder, and it was data that I had not cleaned yet because my job was to clean the data. So he saw the data, he thought it was clean data, and I left. I don't normally leave data on my computer because I keep it in different hidden places, but because I need to clean that one, it was there. So I just saw him, and I saw my mouse moving. I look, I saw someone. He logged into his OneDrive, and then I saw him dragging the data into his OneDrive. And next thing, I just took my mouse and I stopped him from dragging it and dragged it back.
I can imagine his reaction. Like
The guy,
oh,
the guy was at work, and next he just logged out of his own.
yeah.
When he locked down everything, I just called the other manager, like someone that was like the same as that, or even my manager. Should I put it? I called him at work. I said, "Tell that guy beside you to leave my table and go and sit down somewhere else." That's how that guy lost.
Oh, you didn't even. You didn't do it.
Okay, that's how he lost his job, because he just went to go and sit down. So he knew, because imagine you're about to steal and someone just stops you and just brings you back out, and he's like,
yeah.
So people, I'm just saying that it's funny because this guy just saw a glitch. Now you get good money for glitches, like you get good money for this. I don't know, but he's an employee, so he might not. But people that discover glitches are able to like go back to the Microsoft and say, "Yo, I discovered the glitch. They'll pay you for it."
This.
So
Yeah.
I feel like he could have probably leveraged that better than
he could have leveraged it. Yeah, like this is this. So, yeah. Unless Microsoft just doesn't care and they're like, "Oh, thanks, bye now."
Well,
but
they
still,
have the right. They have the right to do that. I mean, but don't steal 10 million.
Yeah, they do.
Still like
100
grand.
You didn't even try.
Do like 100 grand and end it there, and they would not notice 100 grand, and then just I'm not telling you to steal, but 10 million. Come on. I mean, they would know that 10 million is missing. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's like those are gamble, right? You win a little, but Oju, let me not say something.
Oju Kokoro.
Oju Kokoro. Will tell you no, more until you lose it all. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, we can stay on this. So a Marvel-themed Simpson short is coming to Disney. The Good, the Bad, and the Loki on the 7th of July. So yeah, Bart is Thanos, Lisa is Thor, and Milhouse is Hawkeye. What do you feel about that?
I think it's interesting. I mean, it's The Simpsons, right? So it's not shocking, but
not shocking.
It's curious. It's like, say, Family Guy wanted to do something like this, I'd be like,
that's what it is.
That's what everything is.
That's what it is. Yeah, so it's confirmed that Abomination is fighting Wong from Doctor Strange in Shang-Chi. So, that's interesting.
Yeah. So they're
mixing it up. There's a whole mashup.
They're mixing it up.
Have you seen the new Loki?
No.
Newest episode. Oh, okay.
I haven't. And it's supposed to have an end credit or mid credit, whatever.
It had
like the most interesting in the
entire
episode.
It had end credit.
Yeah. Apparently, the whole episode is meh, and then the credit is what's interesting.
The credit is interesting. It just piques your interest. The characters in the credit don't. So it's not necessarily like, oh, I see end credits and I'm like, oh, it just piques your interest in like, oh, there's a little bit more to the story. Nothing else. It's not necessarily like end credits and wow, my head was blown off. Nah, you're just gonna feel the same way. See, I'm gonna say this now.
So the same average to low stuff.
I'm gonna say this now. A little bit early. Exactly what I wanted to say. A little bit early. A little bit early because we don't know. I almost felt as if this.
Well, it's ending soon now.
That's what I said. I'm just saying. You know, an end. Like I keep saying in many of those episodes, end can change the way a whole series goes, and you can just be like, oh, because the whole plot line, the whole mix that you don't really fancy, now gives you an end that's because we know how Loki is going to probably connect, or how all of them are going to connect to the Marvel universe and the movies we are going to watch.
Do we know how though? Because the story they've been telling so far is like, what are you guys doing?
No, definitely no. I mean, like, in the sense that it's all because of all these characters were one big this thing. So there's a connect. Right. There should be some connection at the end of it that is we are going to watch in the movie, and we're like, oh, that was an Easter egg, or oh, that was something that connected here. Oh, makes sense now. So I'm just saying, because of that, you give it a little bit of, it gives you a little bit of hope, but at the same time, Loki has been poor. It's the poorest of them all, and that's shocking.
Oh yes.
That is
Oh, yes.
absolutely shocking. That they I would have thought either WandaVision, which was really really good, because I did not see a lot of Wanda in the movies. Like you didn't see her like, and really you saw her, but she wasn't. She didn't express herself. We saw none of Vision. Vision was a dud in the whole movie. So I thought out of the three, it would be the worst. It turned
Really?
out when at first, before I watched them, I thought out of the three that would be
Before
the worst.
you watched.
Now
Okay.
I think that's the best. I can say with my chest that that's the best, and it blew it out of the water, like it killed
Yeah.
it.
Though I think some people disagree, but I agree
No,
with you.
no.
I love
Vision-
WandaVision.
Even got props from me. Vision was a dud. As in, I did not like Vision. I was like, how can you kill Vision? Like, as how can Vision be so dud? Because in the cartoons, Vision was good, but this Vision was a dud. Now, they redeemed it. They found a way to redeem him a little bit, and I know he's still dead, but they found a way to redeem him and kill him back again, which is fine. On the other hand,
Yeah, yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I've never really been attracted to the whole Falcon thing.
We
like,
know this.
it's-
You've
yeah.
said this like 20 times.
I did
Yeah,
not
yeah,
think,
yeah, yeah.
I did not feel like, I felt like Falcon was more of the main character than the Winter Soldier would be, which still, at the end of the day, that's what it was. It
Yeah.
was more about,
Yeah.
because it is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I did not think that Bucky was going to carry anything. So I was not looking at it that, okay, I'm going to come into watching Falcon and Winter Soldier and be like, Bucky is going to carry it because I think Falcon is a dud as well. But still, as much as there's some things I didn't like, they carried it. It did well. Fine. I enjoyed it. I can clap for it. I thought
But
Loki
this-
would be the best. I was like,
Okay, I definitely didn't think it would be the best, but I was like,
thought
okay,
it was going to be
Loki
the best
will be
because
good.
Loki is coming from Thor Ragnarok. That's how I'm thinking. As in, I'm not okay. Let me not say what I want to say. But Loki is coming from Thor Ragnarok. Loki is coming.
You will
from,
have your chance later.
Loki
Go
is
on.
coming from Avengers, Infinity, Endgame, all of them, because that's where we've seen him. And in all of the parts where Loki has been there, he has killed his part. It's been good fun, laugh here. I mean, funny when he's meant to be, not funny when he's meant to be a jester, and blah blah blah. So I thought that when I'm going to be watching this, I'm going to get light, but they took us to a very very
Yeah.
dark place. They made Loki quite dark. Even the this thing, the lighting.
What, in this show?
No, the show is dark. It's not.
When you say
But
dark, you mean dark as in dark Batman dark, or you mean
No,
dark
no, no.
like the way it looks?
The way it looks. It looks dark. It's not dark like
Oh.
gory. Or it's not dark like
Oh,
it's sad.
I was-
It's not dark like that. Even the
Okay,
light,
okay.
even the colors are dark. The TV,
Yeah, they don't really
everything
pop
is dark.
like
They don't
that.
pop. And Loki
Okay,
is
okay,
a character that pops. Like normally, he's a character that pops. So it's like everything was dim. It was like prison lighting, that kind of thing. Everything was, which it goes with the theme of what they are doing. But still, at the end of the day, it felt too dark. Even in places that they were supposed to be color, it felt so dark, like dark blue, dark this. Everything is like dark, and yeah, it was a dud.
Well,
I mean, it's a dud
that's
so
your
far.
own rant of the episode. It is.
The
It
dot
is.
so
Even with the other babe, Sylvia, whatever her name is, like
Yeah.
from how
And-
they even showed her at first to that one, I'm like,
And I
okay.
wished you
exactly
have
is happening?
watched. I wish you had
They
watched.
started
newest-
bonding all of a sudden.
And
Oh.
now there's
No,
something.
sorry. Let me just say sorry. Let me just say the weirdest thing no, not the newest one, but episode 3. You know how they land on this planet? The fireballs are like not fireballs, but the meteor shower is destroying everywhere. They're running for their lives. All of a sudden, they're just strolling, like nothing. And you're like, weren't you in danger like a second ago? They're still falling, but suddenly they're not falling near you. Everything is fine. The train's fine. Everything fine. Until later again, it's suddenly destroying where they want to go to. And I'm like, okay, very convenient fireballs or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, very weird. It was very weird. Go on. You said you wish I had watched
I
this.
wish.
Go on, Abi.
Can I
It
say
wasn't
it's not?
doing me like that.
Can
to
I?
watch.
Can I say
I will
something?
watch it.
Can I say something? It's not. It's not a
Oh,
spoiler.
a spoiler, Abi.
It's not a spoiler.
Sure, go on. Go on. It's fine. Go on.
In this
Okay, we
episode,
give a
because-
heads up to our listeners.
No,
Sorry,
because-
guys. Go on.
Yeah, little bits of tidbits of not a spoiler. So, you know how you just said it in episode 3, they are bonding. So in episode 4, they kind of mentioned the whole love kind of thing. Like it feels
They
like
built
that.
on it from the last one.
They did.
Love is
Not-
a dagger,
not-
said apparently.
Not both of them together. Obviously, other characters are around.
Wait, are you
them.
trying to say that they? Are you saying them to each other?
Yes.
Oh, so Loki would like Loki. Basically, you like yourself. Is that what they're trying to do? That's very unnerving.
Yeah. I didn't like it at all. And outside of that,
No,
they kind of
I don't
made
like
it,
the idea
They
of
kind
it
of
either.
made it to make it. They went into that whole. It made me feel very fairy tale-ish because they kind of pushed it. They kind of pushed the Nakama power narrative in the sense that it's because of the
God.
thing that they have together that is going to break something. So yeah, that was very
Are
very
you
bad.
serious?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah,
went
that's-
off
that-
where we were
That's
expecting. but-
that's what I wanted to tell you. Like I was like, Jola is
Yeah,
going to hate this.
that's fine.
I like Jola is going to hate this. I said I hate it as well, but yeah. Okay. Not shocked, but F9 breaks pandemic era box office records. Not shocked. $70
Of
million
course.
domestic. Not shocked. So
Not shocked. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
You
shocked.
can just
because-
move.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I'm
it's
going.
F9.
Have you watched it? Because
Of course not.
okay,
I will. I watch it, but
I'm
I'm
going
not
to find
rushing.
a way to watch it. But yeah, not shocked. Well, let's go. I mean, let me give them
Yeah.
this one.
No, the first thing I want to watch is Black Widow. After Black Widow, then I can check for it at the cinema. It should be coming out next week.
Yeah.
Here anyway. So
Supernatural prequel series, The Winchesters, is in development. So anytime anybody does
Money!
a grab, that's the thing. They milked us for 17 seasons. They now want to come and milk us for another 30. So based
oh god.
on the parents of the brothers, Jensen Ackles is set to narrate the series if he gets picked. Let's not get picked. But I'll watch it if he does, but let's not get picked.
Alright.
Voice actor Hiro Shimono, voice of Demon Slayer's Zenitsu, Connie from Attack on Titan, and Dabi from My Hero Academia, has been diagnosed with COVID and is undergoing treatment. We send him love, so gets well soon.
Get well soon.
And then you mentioned this. You want to say it? You mentioned this. I want to give it to you. I want to give it to you. Take it.
Alright. It's a follow-up from one of my headlines from the last episode. I had mentioned that Netflix was doing sorry, no. I mentioned that Shonen Jump Plus was doing a reality show called Million Tag about manga artists, manga creators, and whoever wins. So it's the update now is that whoever wins this is going to have their manga turned to anime, and this will be streamed on Netflix. So that's great. I think Netflix is really trying to partner, should I say, with a lot of stuff from there, and it helps bring it over to the mainstream side. So I think that's really good. It gives them more, gives better opportunities for these manga creators to be paid better anyway as well. So yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah, I'm for it as well. So this is one my last one. I've been sending this to Jola for some time. Sending her on the chat.
When you say it, I'm going to ask you a question.
Wait, send it to Jola for some time. So let me first say, PlayStation fans have started a petition to stop Hideo Kojima and Xbox deal.
Objection!
seriously? Like,
Yes.
really?
Because
Really?
apparently Hideo Kojima signed a deal with them. So
Yeah.
let me ask you this. So how do you think I feel about this stuff? Now I want
I
to
don't
know.
think
Do you
you
know
care.
me?
I don't think you care.
Okay. Is that what you want to say before I talk?
No.
Yeah?
I'm coming. I don't think you care
Okay.
because I don't think you're like that much of a crazy fanatic gamer like that. I mean, you like your games, you enjoy gaming, you do everything, but I don't think you're into the whole nitpicking of the whole Xbox PS hate. You're not into that. And I'm not also sending it to you to rub it into your face or make you feel a certain type of way. I was just sending it to you as
It's part of our
I know,
usual
and also
banter and
can you know,
what
and
goes
I know
on.
outside of
Yeah.
that, like, can you imagine these people? Like, how salty can some people be? Like, it's seriously,
That's how I feel.
how
I'm like, are you
salty can-
guys crazy? What's your business? If the man wants to sign deal, let him go and sign his
That's
deal.
it. That's
If
why I
he
said I
wants
don't
to
think-
do stuff with them, let him do it now. Is it not his life? Is it not his
See,
business?
let me tell
Did
you
he
something.
sign contract with PlayStation in his blood saying, fam, I'm
For
gonna
life.
die with you?
For life.
No. Let him
No,
do
you
what he
know
wants to do. Like,
You know what?
Tell him
You know
do
what?
him.
You know what?
Like, it's
just-
so weird. Petition on
it's-
top of that's why they'll be creating, no offense to people, but they'll be creating petitions for some very weird
No. There are a lot of petitions for weird stuff. But I'm just
There are a
trying to
lot
say
of crap.
there are a lot of petitions. But I'm just saying that in these recent times, especially like recently since this Xbox
Yeah.
Series X and PS5 came out, the amount of pettiness that has come from both camps, let me not put it in one camp, come from both camps.
Even the people themselves.
Even
throwing
the people
shade at
themselves
each
have
other.
been throwing in shades at each other. But because
To be honest,
of
this is what drives talk on
no,
this. This
definitely
is what
drives stuff
everything
and
up.
drives everything up. But aside from that, aside from that, because of how the Xbox fans have also been feeling pretty confident, like in everything that is like where we are right now as an Xbox player, as an Xbox user, we feel very, very safe and very happy. You know, when you don't feel like you need any, like normally when you feel like you're losing out on something, that's where the pettiness and everything comes out of. But right now, we feel like we are winning. I'm not trying to say we are winning. I'm
So
just
you
saying
don't
we
need
feel
to,
like we are winning.
Yeah.
With the billions of times I've mentioned Game Pass, I'm not going to stay on it. And with the billions of times I've mentioned
God.
all the studios acquisition, and with the billions of times you've mentioned all the other things, like, I'm just trying to say with
Which
all
you are
of
still
those.
inadvertently mentioning now.
No,
Go
I'm
on.
just trying to say with all of those things together, and all of a sudden, I mean, we had the baseball thing, which is another thing, but all of a sudden, this Hideo thing and the way the Sony fanboys and fangirls are like, these guys cannot go. We can't let this happen.
But he's
because-
not going. He's just
Yeah.
doing with them too now. It's not
No.
like it's exclusive.
No,
That
but
once
it's-
I'm doing with Xbox, I can't do.
Yeah, but
So,
they are going to
let
be
him do
like,
what he wants to
they are
do.
going to be like, this guy, but because if he makes this exclusive, it's not about the game the game will probably be great. We don't know. But it's like, when he makes this exclusive, this is another thing they're going to come and use, and all the Xbox people are in your face, Kojima game, Xbox exclusives. They don't want it to happen. So everybody looking at the hate that is going to come from it, and they're like, but the petition is not going to go anywhere. I mean, it's not going to do anything.
Of course not. Of course
But
not.
it's such.
The man will
it's-
tell you, excuse me.
It's so big. The news is actually quite big because it's everywhere, and the petition is like thriving. It's coming out on every kind of site that games do and the rest. So it's like, oh,
Look,
guys,
at the
calm
most,
down.
if PlayStation feels strongly about it, then they should do something about it. Give him more to bring him back to just you. It's simple. The fans don't need to stress themselves. If you want to attack anybody, go and meet PlayStation. Like, yo, what did you all do exactly that made this guy want to look elsewhere? So leave the guy himself alone. Somebody will come and show me I'm with someone, and you come and give me another opportunity. Why not? Anyway, yeah. The guy should have his fun, Jerry. Yeah. So
So
that
brings-
wraps up headlines. Yeah.
Yeah, and that brings us to our main content. And this one I have to give Jola props because I forgot that this anime existed. I completely forgot it existed. Like until
Did you really?
it was not in my head. Do you know all the times that we talk about anime and we've been talking about things? It's not like I forgot it existed, but I can't recall it. Like I could not recall it because if we're talking about and I'm mentioning all the animes, giving them props in the sense that we're talking about the top 3, then we end up talking about Fairy Tail, and we end up talking about some of the other ones that came up and tried to do something. I couldn't pick this out of the basket of animes in my head. Like it was not there. And to think that I actually rate it quite high.
We both
Do you
do.
understand?
I get
No,
what
that's
you
like-
mean.
I
I never
personally-
fully forget it personally.
No.
I'm sorry, not forget, but it doesn't go too far.
No.
Because I have some of the music from it as well, so
There
I
you
come
go.
across.
So
it
that
sometimes.
helps you. Me, I'm not the music
Yeah.
guy. So
I know.
So this.
Although it's not like I sit and look at it. But
No.
yeah, I
Nobody
remember.
saying
Go on.
sit, look at it. But this was for me. This was a complete like. So when you mention like, yo, it just came. The whole memory just came rushing back and everything. So,
And
yeah.
let me just say that we're bearing the lead, but our main content, and you'll have seen in the title, or getting an idea, is the fact that we're talking about Katekyo Hitman Reborn. And it seems to be an anime that has been forgotten in a way or gone into a black hole. And I never... When you look online, people actually feel the same way, actually, about this. But I never realized that people felt this way until it occurred to me that, wait a minute, Hitman Reborn. People don't really talk about this. I don't hear much about it at all.
I'm sure the people
that
that felt like that is forgotten all felt maybe a lot of them would have had good things to say about the anime. Do you know what I think it was? Should I tell what I think?
Absolutely.
Should I tell one of the other things I think it is? Before maybe it doesn't really matter in diving in. It's still part of it. I'll say one of the things I think it is that I feel the way the anime progressed and the way the anime ended, even though it was good, was not what we wanted. Like the storyline did not. It was too short of an anime. It wasn't long enough.
You think?
Yeah,
It's about the length of the first Naruto, though. So I was gonna give you a little recap, but finish what you're saying.
No.
Go on.
That should give you all you need to know. When you say the length of the first Naruto, that's just Naruto, the initial Naruto. Back then, when we were watching Naruto, that's short. Now, that's long. Back then, that's short because we're watching Naruto, that length, we pass it. We're watching One Piece, that length, we pass it. Even Bleach, that is the shortest of the 3, past that length as well. So, you're watching...
Did it?
Well,
how many episodes did Bleach? I'm not sure if it did though.
Well, even if it didn't, it felt like it did because Bleach was still ongoing when Reborn had ended. Like Reborn had finished. So even if it might not have passed it, Bleach was still ongoing. Bleach did not stop.
Are you saying Bleach started? Okay, I would need to check this. I would need to check this for
I'm
sure.
not, but I believe I'm remembering
As
correctly.
to when Bleach started, because Hitman is pretty old.
No,
I'm
Hitman
not-
is
Something went
old.
wrong. Please
I
try
think no. I'm not trying
Sorry,
to say.
guys.
No, I'm not trying to say.
Go on.
Hitman. I'm not trying to say Hitman is not older, but when we discovered Hitman, there were already a couple of episodes.
Bleach was ongoing.
So Bleach was already
Right,
ongoing.
right.
Now I'm not trying to say Hitman did not start before Bleach. I'm trying to say Bleach was already there, but we're watching Bleach and then we're watching Hitman. So Hitman was not your first anime. It was maybe the fourth. Let me put it like that. If you're saying you finish watching One Piece, you finish watching Bleach, you finish watching Naruto, you're waiting for the next episode to come out the next week. So you go to Hitman. Hitman has like 30, 40 episodes that you've not. So by the time you watch it and catch up, everything is now ongoing. So if you're now looking at it, they're all going like pa 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 pa. Then all of a sudden, Hitman stops. You want it to continue, but then the other 3 are still ongoing. So what I'm trying to say is that it's like the first taste that left your mouth. So with that, it's easy to forget the first taste that left your mouth, especially when the second taste that left your mouth, which is bleach. I'm putting it in that term because food is easy to use. Which is bleach, was great, but maybe wasn't as great as Naruto and One Piece. Then we now go into Naruto that now continues feeding you, and you went in. So it's like all the other things that you forgot. You're just inside this world, and all of a sudden it's not getting the props it's supposed to get. That's how I'm looking at it.
Fair enough. Well, okay, just a quick recap for anybody who hasn't seen it, because, like I said, kind of a forgotten one. But it had 203 episodes, and
how
it
many?
was done by
How many did Bleach
Studio Artland. Excuse me.
Bleach
yes,
had 366 episodes, so it was longer.
Oh, 366, fine. And it started in 2004. Okay, well, yeah, it was longer. That's cool. Okay, so this Hitman aired from 2006 to 2010. So Bleach even started before it as well.
No, continue. I just remember something else. Continue, please.
Okay, so Bleach started before it as well. And it's about, usual underdog story. Some kind of loser guy, useless, talentless, clumsy main character called Suna, and he loves the popular girl in school, blah blah blah. He can't talk to her; she's out of his league, blah. He's basically he comes in contact with this mysterious person called Reborn that happens to be a hitman, and the shocking part there is that this hitman is a baby. So that's the weirdest thing about this anime.
I was waiting for you to say. I was waiting for you to say. Should I tell why I was waiting for you to say? Because I think that was the weirdest thing, in the anime, and it was. I can't believe that we got used to it. Do you understand?
Yeah, of course. It looked cute in a weird way. He has black beady eyes, but it's like it grows on you. Anyway,
it does
basically, because like I said, he's a baby and he's fully dressed like a mafia guy, hat, everything, like this Italian mafia dude. That's what this baby looks like a grown up but a baby, like baby guys. And this baby is sent to this loser boy he's sent to him from this mafia family in Italy, and he's assigned to the boy to prepare him to take over from this mafia family called the Vongola family that is on the brink of retirement. So that's basically what the story is about.
Do you know I read it? Do you know I read the manga? I read it.
You know what? I feel like I did as well.
You did.
I feel like you and I went through a period of watching and reading this thing.
We did.
And it is only when I thought about actually doing this that I started thinking.
Because you start thinking of some things that happened
in
the anime, and you're like,
this thing.
I was reading every episode, and when mad things happened, I was like, yo, this is sick. Like, the process of the anime was a good one.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that from the underdog story, build up into building the character, you world building everything, and then they even expanded the world a little bit when they brought in more characters of him having to fight or overtake them or whatever. Then even the character that was now his second in command, it was the correct character to be second in command. Secondly, wait, I need to check something. You know how all these second in commands always have the third in command the second in command have a third in command that they always like one more responsible one and one is more like angry and
responsible. So we're back to Zoro and Sanji, right?
Same thing. It happened here as well.
Because his second in command was like this very angsty Zoro type of guy.
And the other guy was like more responsible, more like quiet, but he wasn't as strong. But he seemed like he was getting stronger, but at the end he wasn't really as strong as the second in command. But it seemed like he was stronger. You know, the certain things. He was the one that used the katana, everything like that.
Yes.
And trust me.
The only
England-
difference here is that the MC is different between One Piece and this one, obviously.
Yeah,
Let's go on.
But what I'm gonna say, like, but even the fights was creative. It was actually very, very good. The
power
power structure
Because, okay,
was
so-
completely different as well. Very, very good.
Because if you remember, again, when I thought of it before, I also just tried to refresh my memory. I was thinking about it that you had the thing on his head, and I was like, oh yeah, the power thing is like you have to shoot you have to shoot the person with a gun because you
His
have to
own
bring
power,
out this
his own
dying
power.
will. Yes.
His own power, yeah.
And you have to bring out this dying will thing, and when it comes out, you're like almost like a different person, and that's how it happens. And obviously it builds on from there because they have these rings that they had as well, which he gave to his, well, it's a mafia type thing, right? So he has his guys. So they have their own rings that each supports. Okay, similar to like all these other usual shonen stuff. You have sun, you have mist, you have lightning, different sort of what would I call it? Elements of sorts that represent each type of power, you know. And they had a nice power structure basically. They did. Around the whole.
They did. They even had,
story.
you know what? Don't forget, like when all the new babies were introduced, and we did not know.
Yes,
that they were.
We didn't know.
Babies,
we thought it was
like
only
something.
Reborn, and then
You know,
saw
at
the other
first
babies.
it's babies that came, and you're like, okay, these babies, and then they now had classes. So they had like 7 different or something amount of babies. Then they had like
Babies.
this mafia. Then they had the other one in a different kind of level numbers, and then there was so there was always a certain amount of numbers for every single thing. And I really, really liked that cow baby. That was one of my, because it was just hilarious.
Yes, and that was the baby that he was annoying as a baby.
He was annoying. He reminds me of.
But when he transforms,
he reminds me of Tanuki.
he's like this. Oh, Chopper.
Chopper, yeah. It reminds me of Chopper. Like seriously, like I saw
Yeah.
Chopper. Then the baby with the biker helmet, and just like that was that baby.
Blonde hair. Is that the one with blonde hair?
No, the one the one with the biker helmet is not. Does he wear the? No, there's the one with the biker helmet. Then there's the one with blonde hair that wears like a bandana.
A bandana thing. Okay,
yeah,
that's who I thought you were talking about. Okay,
There's
and there
one-
was the female baby that had an accident, so she couldn't quite transform when they went into that arc about.
Then there's a,
being
because so they
grown
were
up.
all grown up. Those babies were all grown up previously, and were all put into babies. So you know there was the story,
and they had like a whole
well-
pacifier thing that had to do with their powers. I don't know if you remember that. They had pacifier.
I remember. But I was just trying to say, like, it's one of those things that you're like, wow, this was actually a really good anime.
Really big. But it's also one of those shonens, and like similar to those ones back then, where you can't watch episode 1 and be sold or be into it from immediately. No. You have to watch at least like 20, 30 episodes before you're like, oh, okay, there's something good here, like there's something really good going on here. So it's typical of those type of shonen. You have to get past that.
I think the other thing was that, you know, exactly like you said, you have to get past that. I think the other thing was that there were a lot of things that could put you off. The baby, his voice.
Okay, true. But the baby never put me off.
It can put you off because there's a whole pacifier thing, there's a whole baby thing, there's a baby that you're like should be grown. There's a frog.
Another one.
There's a frog on the head. There's some certain things about the baby, and like this baby talks like a grown. Like I want to see. You know, sometimes you want to see. More
but don't you
baby.
think
you want to see the baby grown up? Yes. You want to see a different story, which they dragged till later to show us.
Yeah, because somebody like Reborn, they didn't show us his grown version until a lot later than the others.
A lot later.
They if I remember correctly, they kept his own hidden for quite a while.
For a long time.
And as an adult, he was so cool. I remember thinking, okay, husbando material here.
There you go.
You know.
Then there was even there was that girl that was the one that seemed like the one that liked the guy.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
There's
So-
the one that he likes that doesn't send him, and there's the one that's always been by his side the entire time.
Yeah,
that likes him.
like.
I even remember her
What's
name.
her
I think
name?
it
Like
was
Hinata.
Haru.
The Hinata of
The Hinata of the show.
the Hinata
Yeah.
of the show. And she actually looked like Hinata in a funny way as well. She had the hairstyle like that and the whole thing. Even the same hair color. The same thing with Hinata. So yeah.
Wait, are you sure? Hinata had like
Hinata's-
blue black hair.
And her hair is blue black as well.
Oh, sorry. Why did I think? Oh, I had a different hair color in my head. Sorry. You know, I had this other chick in my head. The My Hero Academia chick. Her hair. That was what was in my head. The Gravity Babe.
No,
That was what-
no.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually a very, very fun watch.
Very. And it's just crazy because I literally remember how much we were into it, like at that time.
We really,
You know, and
really,
you just forget.
everything about it. It was just about like watching, talking about, yo, this happened. We'll come back. We'll watch it again. Watch something else. We'll say, we need to talk more about this. It was a fun watch. It really was. It's something that I could go back and say, let me go and watch it again.
Me too. I'm actually very tempted. I have it in my plans to at some point to like check out, if not the entire thing from beginning to the end, but like the major arcs at least. Because just from thinking about it, I was like, it is one that I only watched that one time back then. Watched and read it that one time, and I never went back.
Yeah,
That's another funny
the
thing.
It's I've
Never
went
gone back.
Never, ever
And
went
that's
back.
another thing that is weird about it. There are many now, even Hunter x Hunter. If not the whole thing, you've seen random bits of
No,
it.
should I tell
Although
why?
I
Should
know
I
Hunter
tell
x Hunter had a remake. I know.
That's
I
what
know.
made Hunter, and we've already shouted. That's what made Hunter x Hunter come back and win, because
Yeah, but even before they made remake though, I still feel like Hunter x Hunter had more.
No, they
Would have had more
they
talk
than
that one.
No, they took out some things from in the remake. The remake did not feel
Yes,
direct
they did.
remake, but the remake, because of the new drawing, the new everything, because
Of
that
course.
old one was old. Because of
Old.
the new
Yeah,
drawing
very
and
old.
the new everything, it made it so good. And when they were doing the fights, it made it so good. Like you could see.
And I think it went a little further in the story than the
It
first
went
one
a little further in
as
the
well.
story. So I
which
think
bring people to it.
so. I think the Hunter x Hunter was one of those ones that
They should do a remake then for this Hitman Reborn. They should just do a remake and bring it back. I think a lot of people would be excited about
But
it.
how old is the? But the Hitman Reborn is not that, like, the drawing is not that old.
No, from the clips that I saw on YouTube and stuff, it's pretty old. It's pretty old.
But it was drawn
Like,
well
no,
for its time. Sha.
pretty
It was
old.
drawn well. For
No,
its
it was
time.
drawn well. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. No, it was drawn well. I actually liked it. In looking at it, I think I was thinking maybe it's worse, and that's part of why. But in looking at it, I was like, wow, I literally felt like watching it, and the aesthetics look cool. The whole flame on the flame on the top of his head, his on his forehead, and the gloves that are his own weapons in the box thing. Like everything was really cool. It
Everybody
looked
had
cool
their
based
weapon.
on-
Everybody had
Right.
it, and sometimes
Everybody
I
had their
had to
weapon,
earn the
yes.
weapon, because
Ring and weapon.
it wasn't the easiest thing to just earn. Like, and then the ring now had
Yes.
number. Felt like such a cool clique. He had to beat some of the
Yes.
people on the clique to join the clique.
to
It was
make them join. Yes, it's like
it was
a submission thing.
kind of thing. It was a real story.
You know, it's
building
supposed to
thing.
be a mafia,
It's
so
a
you
mafia.
may expect gunshots, but it's not guns, but it's still mafia
It
style.
was a well built story. Well built story.
Yeah.
There's some other things I want to say, but not about this. So, do you want to add some more things?
Okay. Well, I just want to say, we've pretty much wrapped up this. I just want to say, like, an honorary mention. I'm thinking could be Beelzebub, because that's another one I enjoyed a lot. and you enjoyed it too. And it's
introduced,
also weird.
Who do you
Yes, you
wait?
did.
I introduced
I know
you
you
also.
did.
I know it, but who introduced you to this? I thought
I
it's me.
promise. I knew you were going to ask me this question. Beelzebub,
like-
I know.
No.
This one,
I
I'm
think
not
it was,
sure.
I think Reborn was me as well because
I'm not sure.
think so. I think
Because I have the memory of us watching it together, but I don't have the memory of you inducing it.
I feel
So
like
I'm
I
not
must
sure.
have told you, check this thing out as well. But I was starting it at the same time, so I didn't feel like I had watched it and like brought you in and said, "Oh, you need to watch this."
Yeah,
It was more like
because I very much feel like we were going through it together.
I think I started watching it, but I hadn't gone far, so I was like, "Oh, check this thing out as well." I feel I might be wrong, but I feel like I told you check this thing as well. So you checked it out. So maybe if I was just in episode 3, you checked it out. So we kind of just continued all the way together. So it was, but Beelzebub, I can tell you this: you like Beelzebub more than I did. I can tell you this. Not that I did not.
I actually think I did. I think you liked it a bit more at the beginning, and then it fell off the way for you, while I still continued.
Yeah, and I still watched it to the end, but you loved.
Did you finish it? Did you finish Beelzebub? I feel like you did too.
I feel like unless there's another season that I did not finish, maybe there is.
Because I feel like it's one of those ones that fell off for you.
It did fall off.
You said, I will go back, but you didn't go back.
It
That's
fell
my
off,
feeling.
and I think I went back later, much later, but it fell off. So, but I enjoyed it. But I think it was and I read it as well. I should tell you that I read it too. So it was one of those ones that
I don't think I read the whole thing, but I think I read a little bit.
I think I read the whole thing. So I think maybe it was reading. Maybe I'm not so sure, but it was one of those ones that fell off. Because I think they started world building, like they started introducing us to new characters, but I think they overshot. They went, they did too much.
It was better at the beginning.
It was better when they didn't bring too much in. They were now just injecting, and you're like, it's a bit now. The story is everywhere. I needed the story. It's not concentrated as you want it to
be a bit more.
Yeah, it's not compact. Like going back to Reborn. Reborn introduced us to different parts at the right time. So they brought in this family. They brought in this thing. So you stayed on that arc. Like they were like the way One Piece. You know, One Piece is actually very, very good at arc building. Like One Piece takes you to this whole world, and like that's where you stay. That world leads to the other world. That world leads to the other world. That world leads to the other world. So it's at the end, the boss of this arc would kind of tell you how you need to get to the other boss of the next to other that will now read to get to that so like now looking at Doflamingo, he was the boss that led you to go and look for Big Mom, that led you to go to the Wano side, that led you, so now they are going to, so they take you to, each world is connected to the next. It's not so disconnected.
Yeah.
Some of the other, not a lot of animes do that very well. It's very, very difficult. Like they will connect it, but sometimes it does not make sense. So it just feels like a lot of, they throw you a lot of information at you and you're like, it's too much. It's too much. Keep it compact.
And that might be, that might have been the kind of thing that affected you with Beelzebub. And now, to be honest, Beelzebub is a lot weirder.
It's a lot weirder.
A lot weirder. It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. But
you
know, as we're thinking of this, it brings me to another honorary mention that might also, because anyway, let's not say, but another honorary mention. Okay. Kenichi.
Oh,
that was another one.
Okay, I don't know if Kenichi is forgotten though. It may not be like boom talked about, but I think people mention it a lot more. Like, oh yeah, Kenichi, the mightiest disciple. I feel people mention it. I know I've had conversations about Kenichi. I have never had a conversation about Hitman.
Yes,
except with you.
I
never, and that's even today.
I understand what you're saying, but I can say maybe it's because Hitman a lot of people might not have watched Hitman. A lot more people might have watched Kenichi. I don't think you might be shocked. Not a lot of people not that people online have seen it, but a lot maybe throw something in your groups and ask them like who has seen Hitman, and let's see. You might, if they say if everybody has seen, then okay, I take it back. But I think a lot more because Kenichi felt more martial arts, more the speed of everybody. Tournaments were fighting straight up, blah 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 blah. So it was. Hitman was a little bit different. You need to get into the anime. You need to enjoy it. It's just like how I can tell you that not a lot of people have seen One Piece till today. and One Piece is
And that's
one of-
because it's daunting. That's why.
That's
Those
what I'm
ones,
saying.
it's daunting.
No,
Not
it's
because
daunting number one, but a lot
Everybody
of people,
knows it
a
is.
lot of people fall out in the beginning. So not a
Yes.
lot, but let's just say a good percentage of people fall out in the beginning, and they're like, I don't like the drawing of One Piece. But
Kenichi is also it's also started in 2006, same year as Reborn. Okay,
Yeah.
go on. Sorry.
it was one of those ones. So that's another honorable mention. How many?
But
it was
Kenichi
short.
has a lot more fan service. Just the poster alone.
No. Kenichi is
Just
pure,
look at
pure fan service.
it is bad because
It's
even
so
the
bad.
angles the girls are always wearing this spandex outfits. They
Spandex.
zoom into everything is shaped by the boob, by the
Spandex.
everywhere.
Spandex. It's way too much.
Even his teachers, his tutors are pervy in their behavior self, so you can't even hide anything. You know?
It's
So,
way too
yeah.
much. So so it was one of those ones. I think so that leads us into our riders, I guess. And our
Yes.
guys, you probably would have guessed our riders be one of these three. So
Yes, I had
Because-
because now I'm like shuffling around. Yeah, I'm going to make you go first. Go first.
you know what?
Because you first wanted to steal mine. But yeah, go first. Go first.
I'm
Go
torn
first.
between the two. I'm torn between two. But I think
You can say
I
it, to
think
be
no,
honest.
I'll say it. But I think Hitman deserves more love than Kenichi. So I'm going to say my rider is Hitman.
Yes.
He deserves more love. Kenichi is good, but not as
Katekyo
good as
Hitman
Hitman.
Reborn.
He's not as good as Hitman.
Yes.
Katekyo Hitman
Yes,
Reborn.
because
if you
even
want
all
to-
that etchiness can put you off, and
Yeah,
the
if you-
silliness.
if you
There's a lot
want
of
a
silliness
good,
in
if you
there
want
too.
a good story with good fights, with a good amount of episodes, 306 you said, or 233, I can't remember what you said, how many episodes, but
200, 203.
203, yeah.
It is three. It's Bleach that you said has 320.
Yeah. So I think Hitman. Let me boast at myself. Anyways, so I think Hitman should definitely be watched.
more
It's
love.
short. It's not that long. So go enjoy it. Go check it out.
Yeah.
When you finish that one, maybe start with Kenichi so that you can just watch it quickly. But it's not going to be a rider for me because Kenichi is not that long. It's very, very short.
No, it's not
But
that long.
It's
It's
very,
actually
very
not
short.
that long.
But
yes.
it's going to give you some fights. Though the main character can be
Not
annoying.
enough.
Not enough, but the main character
I think
is
there
annoying.
are a lot more annoying things.
There's a
in
lot of more
Kenichi.
annoying things. And I read Kenichi
And the
I
characters
think,
are more. They are more over the top. Do you remember a character that was supposed to be from Brazil or something that used to say, maybe he used
Apa.
to say something. He had
Apa.
a gimmick. Apa! Thank you. Thank
Apa.
you. I had it there. You know the funny thing, I wanted to say opa, but opa is
No,
a
it's
Korean word. I was thinking, no. That's K-drama.
whenever he's fighting,
Nice one. Nice one.
I cannot forget because there was one time
Nice.
that Apa fought somebody very seriously, like, and there was a lot of oh my lord.
Oh my days.
But yeah, my rider is Hitman, Katekyo Hitman Reborn, the actual reason of
Okay.
this episode.
Yes, that is great. Well, now I'm torn between picking Kenichi and the other one. But I feel as similar to you that the other one probably deserves a bit more love, and because it's weirder. So let's just give it for the weird one. If you're ready and okay with seeing a naked baby, because this baby is stark naked. I mean, they're not going to show the front part, but his ass is everywhere. But yeah, it's a weird one, guys. It's a weird one. He's a demon baby that is attached to this guy, and he channels his power through this guy who's a delinquent. The whole anime is about delinquents, basically, and this demon baby. And the demon baby's maid, who is also, she's a decent fighter, and some delinquents, basically. So it's a weird one. I think I will go with Beelzebub as my rider. Kenichi is doing all right by itself. It doesn't need
we've
any
already
help.
given it
Plus, I
another
don't think I
mention in
want
this.
all that.
Yeah,
yes, and plus I don't think I want that etchy and boobiness everywhere. To be honest,
Yeah,
it's a bit much.
Me neither.
Even the poster. When you see the poster, you're like, guys, really?
Yeah, it's
like
it's
really.
very etchy. It's very. It's not very etchy, but it's etchy.
Not very etchy, but
But
because
etchy.
yeah, it could be worse. Actually, it is very etchy. Fan service.
Yeah,
It is
the
too
fan
much.
service is heavy.
I mean, where you have the females, they are wrestling or fighting with this one, and you land in a position and it's front view.
And I think they used to do a lot.
Spandex,
I think they used to do
everything.
ripped clothes. I think clothes
in
used to.
strategic areas.
Yeah, I think clothes
so,
used to
yes.
rip.
Because
When you're fighting,
used to rip.
just
just here, right here at the top, or at your midriff. So yeah, Belbo. They used to call him Belbo as well. Is
Belbo.
my pick.
Belbo, yeah. True.
Belbo. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for me. And it's also short. I think it has maybe just about 60 episodes. or so,
I think that's what used to piss me off about those animes back then. Now I would appreciate the 60-episode anime, but back then it used to piss me off because I was like everything was ongoing and you just stop
Ongoing.
and you're trying to watch it across the whole board. But so it's all good.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
guys.
So that's what we have.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening. As usual, subscribe, like us, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your everything.
Partners.
And
Anything you
partners.
have beside you. All right.
Anything. Wow. Anyone, people, sorry, you have beside you.
Some people are married to games, Bye.
Oh, Lord. Bye.